And here we are again. Welcome, Lance. Welcome, Striker.
Thank you.
Hello, gents. Good to see you both. I hope you're
Sorry,
both
I'm a bit
well.
jet lagged because I went to Bilbao.
Well done.
Glissian Events, took a couple of clients to Bilbao. The night before, we went to Bruce, the boss Springsteen in Manchester.
What a laugh.
What? Oh, these clients of mine are having the best time of their life. And they're punting with soccershop.bet. It's all ticks
Well,
the
I hope
boxes.
so. Maybe one day we'll take them.
Maybe. Listen, good to see you guys again. How's your recent week been?
And the week's still got a long ways to go. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me. But yeah, all good, eh? Doing good.
Good.
Yeah, you're good.
Housekeeping, Lance. One of your horses ran really well last week, eh?
Tell me, Joe.
I'm saying, for the viewers that follow our horses, one of your horses ran really well at Turfentine last week.
Yes, stay tuned. Ran a really good race.
Stay tuned to this podcast. You might find out a little bit more.
So stay tuned. Next time he runs, you might be getting a little wealthier.
A little wealthier. And Striker, anything caught your eye in the last week?
Yeah, stay tuned. I'll definitely follow up on that one.
You watched it. Sean Terry trains it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ran a nice race.
Ran a really good race. I think in a decent field as well. So
yeah,
quite exciting. Between that and Tintin, those are the exciting horses, both with 100%. Sean.
So we're here to preview the big race meeting at Greyville this weekend. It's a great card. Some of the races are a bit challenging, but we will get stuck into the daily news. Fantastic race, but let's kick off in race one. We'll fly through some of the tougher races. So we're going to try something different. Lance, have you seen any money coming for anything here in race one?
No, there's no money in the first race, to be quite honest.
Okay.
First race is fairly straightforward. There's three horses. There's the two Miss Sakura. It's a first timer of Kanamaya. If that's fancied, the betting will tell us. It's already 18 at 10 around there. Dark Matter on the form is joint favorite. That's run to Royal Kalani. But the mystery horse here is Winter Blessing. Winter Blessing, the Willow Gem run in the Winter Blessings form, has got Royal Kalani behind him.
Yeah.
So this horse, Winter Blessing, beat Royal Kalani, and these horse, well, number 4's run behind Royal Kalani. So if Miss Sakura's not fancied, 2 or 3.6 million's worth of it, then the race is between 4 and 6, and I would lean for the value towards the 6.
Yeah, and you going about 5 to 1 on your site, soccershop.bet, Winter Blessing, good draw, decent rider, and I would probably go with caution, maybe a little bit of an each way, just for anybody out there that's watching. Mace hasn't had a winner since.
See it again.
Yeah, no, since Pongola won on the 4th, on the 20th of the 4th. He hasn't had a winner for a while, eh? So the stable.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The stable looks like it's a bit ice cold, but anything can change. So tread carefully in this race. Right, race 2.
But again, Joe, money will tell you if Miss Sakura is fancied. If it is, it's the horse to beat. Kanamaya, first timer, expensive, well related. Horse to beat.
Yeah, and I haven't asked Pierre because I spoke to Pierre before and he told me like a couple of the first few races he doesn't really have a view on. Am I right, Strikes?
Yeah, but if I have to, I would go with the Mace Roberts horse just because experience at Greyville is vital.
Yeah, I get it.
A better horse could get beat just because of jumping slow, stuck at the back of the field, short straight, and not make it up. So I'm going to go with the Mace Roberts horse.
And on a collateral line, he's got Royal Kalani behind him, and they've got Royal Kalani in front of them. So
yeah,
good value.
100%. But I'd be looking for 7 to 1 before I got involved. Right, race 2. Race 2. You guys are betting the Joburg horse Vanakam, trained by Manu Padaran, at around about the 11 to 10. Golden Operator, first timer, 24 to 10. Very open race. The drones over Summerfeld have told me nothing this week. So I have heard absolutely nothing in this race. Striker, do you know anything?
I was asked to ride Vanacamp for Mana Pandaram.
Okay.
We've had a very good relationship. Whenever he's asked me to ride his horses, we've done well together. I think we've got quite a good winning percentage. And so I'm gonna go with Mana. If I could have done the weight, I would have gone down, but the weight is a struggle. But I'm going with Vanakam, number 8.
Perfect. Lance?
Yeah, look, on form at running like I don't know what is a listed race. It
Juvenile
runs some way,
Yes.
yeah, it runs some way behind a decent horse. So you got to respect it. Sean ain't taking Golden Operator down for the holidays, so that's gonna be fancy. That's drawn one. Vanakam's got a race on his hands, but I know nothing. Sean hasn't obviously let me know. I don't ask him about first. I don't ask him about any of the horses. But I can tell you, he's not bringing this horse down for fun. So, in all honesty, he's got a line through Green Diamond anyway. So, he knows what he's taking on, and I think he's going to be a runner. But Vanakam, on the face of it, the horse to beat. But I got a feeling the one's fancied.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to race number 3. I can get a bit enthusiastic about this race. So
Yeah.
I will go first. I think Lafferty's horse with Fortune getting 4 kilos from Sean's horse is a proper each-way bet. The horse is called Brew. Pierre mentioned it in the last podcast that he'd heard a little bit of whispers for it. It didn't run a fantastic race, but to be honest with you, if you watch the race, it didn't run a bad race either. I'd heard about Freedom Fighter that day. That ran well. Intensity for MJ won the race. The time wasn't too shabby. So for me, at round about the 9 to 1 on your site, Lance, Brew is a proper each-way bet for me. And I'll hand over to either of you now. Pierre.
Yeah, as you remembered last time I heard Lafferty mention Brew to me. Can only improve one run. So experience will help. There's also Sean Terry's Xenophon also ran a very good race first time. I think he can only improve. And then Run Forest Run, number 2. There's been a winner since its last run.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to lean towards number 2, Run Forest Run, from number 4, Brew, and number 6, Xenophon.
Okay, well, that's good because Pierre, like, to be honest with you, they're betting nine or just under even money, Xenophon. And I mean, I think that's quite skinny. I mean, we could all have egg on our faces, but that's really short.
Yeah.
Guys, I see it exactly like you. I think Fortune taking the mount on Lafferty's horse is the danger to the favourite. The favourite talks to Tintin. The horse had run second in the race behind, just in front of Tintin. That form is really strong. Sean's horse came out and won again. I can't remember the name, War something. Really, really good form, and this horse kind of speaks to that form. But I like Fortune on Brew. I don't like Run Forest Run. I own the horse Firelighter. He's really done well in the maiden ranks, but he's not too clever as a horse. You know, he's going to win another race, maybe on the dirt. But Xenophon, danger, number 4, Brew.
Perfect. Tipping loads of winners here. It would be remiss of me to congratulate or forget to congratulate Tottenham because Lance and I are both Spurs fans. 17 years of pain. Probably the most boring game I've seen in a long time. And probably both managers will be sacked in the next week. But
Well, I hope neither of them are sacked, but more so the Man United, because I think he potentially could be quite decent.
yeah, I think
But
so.
very happy for Spurs and the
Very happy.
supporters.
And what a goal. What a cracking goal.
What a cracking match.
Mate.
Wow.
Anyway, right, race 4. Okay. I'd like to
I
take.
got one fast here, boys. I got one fast.
Okay, you go first then. Go for it.
Just a second. Somebody unknown numbers trying to call me. It's a very tough race as the betting, Joe. You can call the betting out if you want. I think it's 5-1 the field, no?
5-1 of any king, 6-1 tobacconist, 6-1 qua, 7-1 Gentleman Joe, 8-1 World of Our Own, 8-1 Destiny of Fire, 8-1 Johnny the Thief, 13-1 and better the others. It's a horrible race, this. So I'm glad you've got I mean, horrible in the sense from a punting perspective. Lovely horses, but yeah, not for me.
Yeah, initially I thought MJ had the key to this whole race with Tobacconist and Alverny King. For Rion, Alverny King, big jockey strike, well weighted. Tobacconist looks an up and coming type of horse. I don't like Twa Cut. But then I looked deeper and I actually chat to Jason. And the form of this horse, Gentleman Joe, is superior to anything in this race. 53 kilos, drawn 1. It's run to Touchdown, Regulator, and La Puga. For
Sure.
me, that's the horse to beat. Good value at 5-6-1. And I think that'll take a power beating in what looks on paper to be a very, very difficult race. So, good way to start the pick 6, put the 1 in, put whatever else you want in. But that for me is a bit of a each way punt.
Okay, well, you guys are going 7-1. 7-1, Gentleman Joe. Here is a bookmaker, soccershop.bet, telling you to get stuck into Gentleman Joe. Even if you do
Each
it with
way.
him, even if you do it with him, you'll love it.
No, you got to do it with me. That's
100%.
the beauty of it. Yeah.
And he'll pay you with a smile. Striker, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's a handicap, tough race. Draw important here, 1800. They jump and you go about 100 meters and it starts turning. So, yes, Gentleman Joe, drawn 1, is going to have a huge advantage. I'm leaning towards Tobacconist, number 7, because Hollywood Bets have got a number of horses entered in this race. Sean Veal is a stable jockey, so he would have picked of the 3 runners, and I think it's Destiny of Fire. I mean, Tobacconist is a 4-year-old, still possible improving, and he won his last start. So I'm leaving towards number 7, Tobacconist.
Okay, and I am, if I was having a bet in the race, I would be backing KG's Delight each way. But if I was playing the exotics, I'd be sticking the field in. Yeah, it's a really hard races for me, and there's so much interlinking options here, and it's just a tough race. So at about 14-15-1, KG's Delight each way for me, but really that comes with a health warning. Right, let's move on to race 5, the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. I like these kind of races because I can always do the following. Striker, how many times have you won it?
I can't remember. Like the Lancers Cup, obviously it's a listed race now, but so you don't remember those ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, last time another also got a heavyweight, Future Swing, 63.5. But I won an horse, Indian Ocean, not long ago, 64.5 start to finish. So it's not impossible. I liked Future Swing last time. Didn't run where I thought it would run. Maybe it needed a run. Now it's had a run under the belt. It's got to be fitter, and it's definitely a weaker field compared to last time. Last time I ran in the future against top horses. So I'm going to lean towards Future Swing as my my value. I think it's value. What bet? What's the betting?
Well, you've hit, it's amazing because you've hit the nail on the head. So at soccershop.bet, future swing is just about 9-2 you'll get. Just under
Yeah,
9-2.
I think it's still value.
Yeah, the favorite is Shooting the Rapids at 33-10, Holding Thumbs, Marauding Horde, and Future Swing all the same price. Field Marshal 5-1 and better. Lance?
Guys, I think this is a very, very, very tough race. But having said that, I think the heavyweights are going to battle. The top weights are going to battle. I think the race lies between the lightweights. Blackberry Malt, there's a line through, I did the form through Holding Thumbs, and I think at the weights, +2.5, -1.5, it's got the pull. I think it's going to be enough to be very competitive. And then obviously Field Marshal. I know he's had a few wins on the dirt or on the poly, but he had a bit of class about him as a youngster. And as he's matured, I think he's got better over the ground, and he's carrying 52.5. Future Swing, I agree, 63 is a heavyweight, is the class horse, has had the run in Durban for Sneyd, so he will come on. By the way, this card points to the 1900 in a lot of races.
Yeah.
So we're going to see the value of the 1900 and Salukwe going into the July, plenty in this card. So to keep it short and sweet, I think the race lies between the lightweights, and my first choice is the 1, my second choice is the 3.
Okay. And
1 being Blackberry Malt, 3 being Field Marshal.
yeah, and funnily enough, I agree. I like Blackberry Malt last time. Second run in Durban now, 54 kilos on its back. I like Holding Thumbs as well before, but I think Blackberry Malt's the one to go with, and that would be my selection in that race. Right, let's move on to the Woolhavington. Another fantastic. I love the Durban season, by the way.
I love it. Wow.
It's like
what a season.
100%. 100%. Yeah, we got another race, another big race, been around for decades. The Grade 2 Woolhavington, 2,000 meters for fillies. Lance, let you go first.
Years gone by, this used to be a very, very weak Group 1 where the 3L fillies came to steal the cash. They've downgraded it to a Group 2, but it's attracted a much better crop of horses over the last few years.
Yeah.
A really interesting race. Jason, my odds maker, thinks Little Susie is a huge runner. I respect it on the runs to Fatal Flaw. You know how much I respect that as a filly. So
Yeah.
I believe it was 16-1 somewhere. I don't know where, but we got it around. What price is it now, Joey?
7.5-1.
So he's right in that respect. I did the form. I like Beating Wings. And then Jason again enlightened me to the fact if I like Beating Wings, I got to like Indian Ocean. And Indian Ocean's 2 kilos better off and gave it a beating. So on that alone, I think it's a field race. I really can't see anything standing out from horse 1 to horse 13, who I quietly like as a racehorse, drawn very badly. She's a big, strong filly. I don't know if Grable will suit her. I make this a field race, gents, to put it in a nutshell.
Okay.
I think it's a tough race. Jason's very strong on Little Susie, and I was on Beating Wings until he enlightened me to Indian Ocean. So tough race.
Okay, Pierre?
Well, what's the betting?
They are going 3-1, Give Me Everything. 6-1 Rainbow Lorikeet, 7-1 Regeneration, 7.5-1 Little Susie, 8-1 The Winner Hats Queen, 8.5-1 Beating Wings, 10-1 and better.
Bless you.
Thank
Give
you.
me everything. Was she not a filly that got caught wide last time?
Yes, 14 out of 14.
Yes.
Correct.
Yo, you know, when I saw that run and where she finished, I was like, sure, whatever she takes on next time, obviously within reason, she'll be very hard to beat. Look, this is not a handicap. This is a set weight. So your best handicapped horse should win it, and that is supposed to be Indian Ocean. But
No, this isn't set weights.
so, yeah, so she's the best handicap horse in the field, but I'm going to go against her. And the reason why I did mention it last time, okay, she did pull up lame. She finished last, but I don't like her at Greyville. She does not have enough natural gate speed to be able to overcome a bad draw and get a good position. She has to work hard to get a good position. She's also held on form on that Cape Town run by Rainbow Lorikeet. Now,
Yeah.
Rainbow Lorikeet has drawn one. So she's going to have a good position, run of a race. I'm cutting it down to two-horse race. Rainbow Lorikeet and give me everything. I don't think anything else can win the race.
Sure.
I see it totally different, but that's why we're in this game.
Yeah, and I see it different as well. I really like Hat's Queen. I feel that the 2,000 meters is exactly what this filly needs. Maybe just even a little bit more. But her run last time was good beyond Mascherina. I mean, we haven't even discussed Mascherina, who's a really top filly, you know. But I like at 8-1 Hat's Queen, but it is a tough race. And I'm hoping one of us three will be right. Here we go. The Daily News 2000. Run over 2,000 meters, obviously. 7 horses have turned up. Most disappointing. I don't know how we fix this situation. Do you even want to run second here if 8 on 18 wins? I don't know what the handicapper will do to your horse. I'm going to go first here. The only horse that I can think in my head that can beat 8 on 18 is on the basis that I'm trying to work out why risk running Spumante Dolce in this race. Because if she does win the race and they put her up to like whatever, maybe they qualify her for something else. So for me, I think 8 on 18 has this race at his mercy. And I think Spumante Dolce will follow him home. And if anything untoward happens, then she can win. Lance, you guys are going 4-10, 8 on 18, 6-1 Confederate, 6-1 Spumante, 7.5-1 Okavango, 12-1 Native Ruler. I mean, yeah, that's what I think. I think 8 on 18 has this race at his mercy, and Spumante Dolce will run second. Pierre?
I'm agreeing with you. I think 8 on 18 is handicapped to win. It's his second run. Last time, obviously, it was a prep run, I would think, and probably more on the short side for him. This is more up his alley. Hard horse to beat. I think 4-10 is probably the right price, and the dangerous Spumante Dolce.
Yeah, gents, it's pretty much as you see it. So it will be, unless the pace is horrific. I see there's enough of the Snaith family in the race to secure a good pace. Whether they do it or not is another story. Whether they burn Okavango for the sake of 8 on 18. But irrespective, I think he's a very, very tough nut to crack. I mean, wouldn't you love to own Confederate? Never run out of the first two, won a Group 1.
Great horse.
What a lovely horse to own, and what a really nice animal. But he's going to have to be at his very best. Hasn't had a prep. Very, very hard to beat. Hard to beat. I'd be shocked if he gets beat.
So, we've started doing a podcast about form grids. I just want to tell you guys, when they ran the two Guineas races, okay, if you overlap the times, then 8 on 18, which ran second behind Sail the Seas, technically finished 1.8 lengths in front of Spumante Dolce, had they run based on times, right? Spumante Dolce that day was drawn 11 in her race. 8 on 18 was drawn 3. And they both carried 60 kilos. I think Mike's played this really cleverly here because she's getting a 2.5 kilo sex allowance. And I think she could give that horse a big, big run for his money. But he looks hard to beat. Lance, I think if they go a good pace, she thumps him.
He does.
If they go a good pace, she thumps him. But let's see how we go.
Listen, I like what you said, because I believe in times, same course, same distance. But I believe more in the 1,000, 1,200 meters, because the pace is more genuine and more realistic. So over this type of trip, pace is everything. So it's very hard, even over the 1,600, to take the adjusted time or the actual time. We could only take the...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Listen, I'll never forget. Yeah. Also, don't forget what Mr. Stratham told us when he ran beyond 8 on 18. He said that the horse wasn't really, it didn't fly past him. Do you remember, Pierre? You said that there was this gradual build
Yeah,
up.
it took a long time to get going when he won the Met. It took a long time.
A long time to get going. I think De Cox played a master stroke here, and I think 8 on 18 can win, but I'd be definitely putting those two horses in. I can't have, no disrespect. I think Confederate's an amazing animal, but I think she's got, this race is perfectly teed up for her, getting the 2.5 kilos sex allowance. Right, let's move on.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. He's a great trainer and a great tactician. So I think you might have spotted something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And him and Snaith, you know the rivalry.
Yeah.
Between
He'd love to give Snaith
him and Snaith. He'd love to give him
one to go on with.
Yeah.
Most people do, because Justin's got that he's got that persona about him, right? You just want to give him one to go on with.
Yeah, but you got to love him. His passion is just so good. It's
100%.
incredible.
Well, you don't got to love him. I don't love him, but
No, what I mean is he's so good for the game.
Oh, absolutely.
He's so good for the game.
100%. He's a fantastic racehorse trainer.
Yeah.
Right. Race 8. Pierre, have you found the winner?
Yes, certainty.
Me too.
Number one, Bosom Buddy. She's drawn one, huge advantage. She ran behind Buffalo Storm Cody last time out. The second horse was Mount Pinatubo, who won his next start.
Correct.
And Bosom Buddy ran third. So I think the form is strong, too strong for the other horses, the dangers. Drawn one, hard to beat.
Well, Lance and them are going 7-2 Bosom Buddy, and I am going to say the famous saying.
Ovis Cadavers.
Ovis Cadavers for me, Bosom Buddy. I don't even have to add to it. I'm with Striker. I didn't know I was with Striker because we don't discuss this, but Ovis Cadavers. Lance?
All right, boys, I'll keep it short and sweet. Overs, Skidovers. Number one. Hard to
we all found it.
Pierre picked out every single thing that I saw. Drawn well, top jockey on board, strong form line. I rate that horse Mount Pinatubo, and we all know how good Buffalo Storm Cody is.
Why is it such a good price? Bosom Buddy.
I don't know. They got the wrong favorite here.
Well, listen,
they got the 10 favorite. It's the wrong favorite.
This horse ran second to Mia Moose, now a multiple group winner. I mean, yeah, it's the wrong.
They got the wrong favorite. Of that, there's no doubt. And I say they because our betting, I'll tell you how we were betting before the betting came out. We were pretty much 3-1 the pair. But I see they got the 10 much shorter. So hot, so what? I think number one's good value, and I think it'll take a power to beat him.
Agree. Overs, Cadovers. Right.
Has that ever happened that the three of us have overs, Cadovers, anything?
And they win. When we do it, they win, China.
Okay. I'll put my crash helmet on.
Right, Lance. Seeing as you have a runner in the...
I do have a runner, drawn very wide, but a nice horse. It's going to drop out and run on for luck. 14 out of 14, who blinked? There's not much more I can say about that. The horse I like in the race, though, is number 8, Honor of Kings. He's run to a lot stronger than what's in this race. The horse I don't like, funny enough, is Real War. So I got a bit of an opinion, yeah, in a very open race.
Yeah.
I don't know, turbo power for me, not in the race. Sorry, Sean. I don't like it.
The only trainer that gets apologies.
Yeah. I'm strong on the 8, Honor of Kings. I know my horse will be low flying. There's going to be pace. So I'm hoping I get into the first 3 or 4. And I don't like Real War. But a tough race. A lot of horses can't win. A lot of horses drawn badly. So I kind of narrowed it down to the 8. And then after that, anything. Honor of Kings.
Striker?
Sure, I like Real War. He's won 2 in a row, and his last win, there's been 2 winners from that form. And he's improving. He's a 3-year-old. I just look at other horses that I think have got no chance. But it's a handicap, so tough race. But I'm going to go with Real War. And then I just wanted to know, like Lance, number 14, who blinked. How come it's running in old colours? Where's the new?
No, the young horses will be out in the blue and white.
Okay.
The horses that have had their time in the sun, they're going to stay in the yellow and pink until those have run their races, and then everything will be in the blue and white. But anything new or fresh that comes out will be in the soccer shop colors.
Have you got betting?
I have.
Yes.
I'll read it out to you. Honor of Kings, 4-1. Real War, 4 and a bit to 1. Turbo Power, 5-1. Dapper, 8-1. 10-1 and better. Is Kiwishi, Kumadori, and then 12-1. Footalicious, Who Blinked, Viva Spirit, and so on. It's a very, 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 very tough race, this.
Yeah, it's a tough race.
I personally, again, if I was playing exotics, I would be doing 2 of them. One, I would be putting the field, and the other one, I would be bankering Kumadori. Puller again, good draw. This JC Bottas gets still 4 kilos. Listen, he's a tiny little rider, this, and he rode it last time from
And he's been winners out of the form as well, eh?
Yeah, and this horse's last 2 starts have been out of Stallgate 11 and out of Stallgate 10. You know, on the way to the start, just before it loads, it's going to ask itself, what the hell's going on here? I'm jumping out of Stallgate 4 today. So Kumadori for me at a reasonably nice price of about 10-1 is a nice each way bet. But from the exotics, I'd either banker it. Nice to go into the last leg with a 10-1 banker and a full pick 6, and then maybe for 10% you'll have the
Haven't beaten 8 on 18 with Spumante Dolce.
Yeah, 100%. And you're cantering, do you know what I mean? But this horse has got good 1200-meter form. Listen, Kumadori for me. Right, in the last race of the day, I'm afraid I'm going to, very rarely am I going to use the same word twice in a podcast. That's why I'm demanding to go first. Demanding to go first.
All yours. Take it away.
I can't believe the legendary trainer, Alec Laird, hasn't taken Virgin River to Greyville before and hoped that it would fluke a good draw. We all know how this horse runs. Stallgate 2. When they turn for home, it'll be too late. She'll be away and gone. She'll get her 3rd win. She's 5-2 with soccershop.bet, 7-1 and better the rest. Overs, Cadovers. For me, the best bet of the weekend.
Are you not worried about distance? She's going extra 200.
No, Pia, because she's going to build that. She's got so much early toe, this filly, you know, and I know she's been thumped before she's won over 1160. She's been beaten before over 1200 meters, but like she's been beaten by horses like Chrome Tourmaline, Woman of Five. I mean, she's not meeting anything like Etcher. Look, is it going to be tough? Are the last 50 or 60 meters going to be tough? Absolutely. But out of Stallgate 2, 4 lengths in front, turning for home, might just be insurmountable for anybody to catch her. So that's Virgin River for me.
And there she goes. The horse
Yeah.
chasing her home will be There She Goes.
Okay.
Lightweight, you just mentioned Boertis. In my book, I put you better less, but draw big factor for Virgin River. Gonna love Gravel, gonna hug the fence, gonna kick at the top of the lane, and she's gonna be hanging on for dear life because she would love a little bit less.
Yeah.
But I think the 8's gonna be flying at her. If she gets up, will be a Boertis ride, low weight, 50 kilos. But the rest of them, I don't see opposition. You could be very right here, Joe. I make one runner to Virgin River, and that's the 8 horse. There She Goes.
And you guys are going 8.5 to 1. There she goes. Fantastic little exacta. Pierre?
I can't find a winner. Like really, I don't know what to tip here because these handicaps are so difficult. And I normally like to find a horse with a good draw, gravel, and I've seen something before with a bad draw, now getting a good draw, and I lean towards that. Like this race, I can't find anything. I would have liked Virgin River. Um,
But for the distance.
Over
yeah,
1,100 meters.
yeah. But I agree with you, Joe. I think she's going to love Gravel. Good draw. She's going to have a huge advantage on this course. So she'll be there about.
Yeah.
Obviously, somebody could run her down. There she goes. I think we'll enjoy the Gravel 1,200 as well. I've ridden it before. So, no, tough race. I can't pick one.
Okay. Lance, are you guys doing anything special this weekend?
Joey, nothing really except, we got loads and loads of promos and
Just
cash.
go to the website and have a look.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. The
Shop.co.
site is really growing thanks to a lot of reasons,
Yep.
but mainly hard work, and this podcast has a lot to do with it. So yeah, we excited. We're growing we're moving in the right direction, and things are looking good.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys. We'll see you for the next one.
Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Pierre. You're riding today, Pierre. Give us a winner.
Yeah, on my way. I like in race 6, number 2. I don't know if this will come out before that.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it won't. So let's leave it at that.
And we won't
What's
edit
its
it.
name? What's its name?
What's his name, Joe? I gave it to Joe earlier.
I'll tell
It's
you.
trained by Grant Maroon.
Yeah, I thought he's found something special. Unsolved Riddle.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't done the book. I got meetings the whole day, so I'll look
Yeah,
after and I'll see if you're right.
yeah, I like it because it's Cape form, and then it's had one run with Grant Maroon, which we know probably needed the run. He's not very hard on his horses, so the run would have brought it on. It was drawn badly 1,400 at Turfentine around the bend. Now it's drawn 1. Not a strong field. Yeah, that's my.
Okay, well,
Thanks,
I hope
guys.
she wins for you. Take care, everybody. Look
Yeah.
All the best.
after.
Well, bye.
Cheers.